actually have a full super pink moon. So if you've seen even pictures of it, it's really beautiful to look at. But the question we're answering today is, how do we get to even just a normal full moon? What is the moon phase process? And today's experiment involves Oreos, so it's even better. So here's a list of what you need for today's weather experiment, as it's two paper plates, a package of Oreos, and some markers. So the first step in this is you want to take your paper plates. One needs to represent the sun, and then another paper plate, you need to put the moon phases all around the outer rim of your paper plate in order, and a smaller coloring picture of the earth in the center. Then, this is the best part of the experiment. You take your Oreos, I have a whole package here. You want to take your Oreos, twist them apart, and then you want to take a knife or something to get the cream off the Oreos. They will break apart just like this one did to me. I have a whole bowl of spares. But eventually, you will get all the Oreos in the right amount of cream you need to represent the moon phase. So, new moon, this is where we start. This has nothing on it, no cream, because it has no illumination on it. All of our moon phases are solely dependent upon the relationship and the positioning of the earth, the moon, and the sun. The moon actually doesn't illuminate light, it just reflects off sunlight, which I think is a big misconception, that it actually is not lighting up itself. It's just reflecting off of that sunlight. So you'll work the Oreos in our moon phases, starting with new moon, going to waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, waning crescent, and then back to new moon. And the process starts all over again. And I know you're seeing a picture of my plate that I am looking at here. So again, it all depends on that positioning with our sun and our earth, because it just has to be able to see that sunlight to reflect back on it. So the moon actually takes 27 days to make a full orbit around the earth. But the lunar phase, the amount of time it takes to get from new moon and all the way back to new moon, takes about 29 and a half days. So that's why when we get more than one new moon in a single month, we get really excited, because it's actually a little bit hard to do. So the new moon has no illumination. We work all the way to a full moon with full illumination of sunlight, and then back to new moon. So our waxing area in first quarter is gaining that sunlight, and waning and third quarter is losing that sunlight. So if you have a hard time remembering it, there's a good saying to help you remember, and that's white on right getting bright. So that's when you'll know that the moon is working to full moon, and then as it goes the opposite direction, we're working back to new moon and starting the whole process over again. So this is a really fun way to learn about the moon phase, especially today, having that full super pink moon. Plus, you get to use Oreos. So what's not better than a weather experiment with cookies? I know this is my ultimate favorite.